Hello, Unchained family. This is Faith Unchained, where we teach you how to break the chains that bind you. So, before we begin, I ask that you please subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that notification bell right beside that subscribe button. I ask that you like this video because each like helps us to get seen by more viewers like yourself, and please share this video and our content with anyone that you know. So guys, let's face it, dating is hard, but even harder is knowing what questions to ask on your date. So too many people, they rush into dating, they rush into marriages because of superficial things like looks or material possessions or a false sense of happiness with their feelings and emotions. Well, looks will eventually fade. Material possessions won't make you happy, and feelings and emotions come and go like a fart. So people teach us how to get into relationships, but nobody teaches us how to maintain them or what it is that we should be looking for. And scripture does tell us what we should be looking for, but it's just the fact that nobody's reading it. Nobody wants to take the time to open the book and actually study it. But we're going to expound upon that. Today we'll be going over what you should know before you date someone. So one of the first things you need to know before you date someone is the person's longest relationship. What's the longest relationship that this person has been in? They say that a reliable car is one that has some miles on it and not been passed around by too many owners. So I think the same can be said about people too. I'm not calling people a car, but the comparison, it fits. So someone who's invested some years into a relationship shows that they are committed, right? So someone who's been in short-term, friend with benefit, or one-night stand situations, or etc., this shows they are not committed to the relationship, and they're only invested in themselves, not you. And to expect somebody, to change from that's quite a far-fetched right there. So another thing you need to watch for is how the person you're speaking with addresses their past and the people in them. So no, you don't need to go into detail about your past, right? You don't need to go into detail about your past, but brief info is important because it says a lot about you, right? So if the person you date is speaking poorly about the last person they were with, then you need to pay close attention to that. And you might be asking, well, why is that? Why do I need to pay close attention to that? Because how they talk about them is how they will talk about you the second something goes wrong in your relationship. Did you hear that? How they talk about them is how they're going to talk about you the second something goes wrong in your relationship. And the last thing that I want you to take into account, and we addressed this before just a couple seconds ago, because it tells you everything that you need to know about someone. When they speak poorly of someone. They are saying, it's not me, it's you. Or it's not me, it's them. They're blaming everyone else except the one person that they should be blaming, which is themselves. And so, you need to take that into account when they do that. They don't think that their crap stinks. They don't think that they can do any wrong. And they don't think that it takes two to tango. Last I checked, it does take two to tango. So it's a two-way street. So meaning, here's the thing that I've learned, right? Two naturally born sinners trying to come together to work as one. If you struggle on your own, you can be sure it's going to be that much harder when you have another sinner to worry about, because they're going to bring their baggage, their issues, their problems, their flaws, their mistakes. They're going to bring all that with them on top of yours. And here's what I've learned about our nature. We're selfish, we're prideful, and we're arrogant individuals. So what does that say to you? What does that say to you? Yeah, you're going to contribute to the problems of the relationship. So that brings us into the next point, right? You want to ask this question to see how they, as an individual, have grown. Not just to improve themselves, right? But to, when they decide to get into another relationship, be it with you, they're not just improving themselves solely for the purpose of improving themselves, but they're improving themselves so that they improve on the betterment of the relationship and they work towards your best interest. That's what you want to take into account, right? You want them to have learned from their past mistakes so that they don't end up repeating the same exact thing that happened in their last relationship. Because a person who's going to be talking about, well, it's their fault, they did this, they did that, and they're not talking about themselves. No. How did you contribute to being a solution or being a problem in the relationship? What did you learn? If they're not telling you any of that, nah, they haven't grown. They've not grown at all. And you need to leave them alone. So it shows that they're going to constantly improve and not make the same mistakes from their past and bring them into your future. Alright? So guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and please, if you have more questions that you think should be asked on a date, then please, I ask that you leave them down in the comments below. And please subscribe to our channel, and be sure to click on that notification bell beside that subscribe button. Like this video, because each like helps us to get seen by more viewers like yourself, and share this content and this video with anyone and everyone that you know. Guys, this is Faith Unchained, where we teach you how to break the chains that bind you. See you guys later.